and welcome back to the How To series on itsgoal.org. And today we are going on how to manage your staff. So straight away I'll point you to the help tab because that's where we always go to start off with. And for staff you need to go what's under the club tab, so click that and then scroll about halfway down, and here we go. Staff. There's a lot to learn on staff, and staff are critical to the performance of your club. Achieving board objectives and getting the best out of your players. So these are the roles that we're all going to look at: assistant manager, physio, coach, youth coach and scout. So we're literally going to go into staff recruitment. We're going to look at staff attributes that are favourable for each role, and we are going into staff roles. What do they do in the club? And then we're going into how to build your staff and the board, because they have a lot of say on how your staff, how many you can have, and what jobs they do. So let's get straight into it, and we're going to go to club. And look at that, they've got a whole staff tab. So when you look down, you can see that you've got some permanent staff which you have no effect over. So they are there. So from chairman, secretary, club doctor, groundsman, director. So they are there and they will set you board objectives. But these are the ones you manage: coach, youth coach, physio, scout. And the eagle-eyed of you will spot that we haven't got an assistant manager. So assistant manager, we need to help manage your tactics when you're not around, and also to give motivate the players and give those all-important half-time team talks. So we're going to go through and recruit a assistant manager now. So go to staff vacancies, post new vacancies. There it is, assistant manager. So all the roles are there, and the more days you select, the more candidates you're going to get, but the more expensive it's going to be. Literally press continue. It says it's going to cost you 30,800 credits. So confirm post vacancy and then come back in 7 days. So this one is going to close on the 8th of September. Cool. Right, let's get back to staff home. So that's how you recruit new staff. Right, let's look at coaches. So notice that I've got 2 coaches, and we're going to go into the natural environment, which is the training. So if we go to the training tab, then we've got coaches here, and you can see here they are. It's Kovalchuk and Jihara. Now, I picked these two. Well, I picked 2 for starters because they differ in goalkeeping coaching skills and outfield coaching skills. So one's better at the other. So Kovalchuk, he's good at outfield coaching, and Jihara is good at goalkeeping coaching. So together they make the perfect pairing, and they're also good with player ability as well to get the most out of the players. So that is why I've got those coaches, and I've got 2 of them. Right, if we go back to staff homepage, then we can scroll down, and you can see we've got a youth coach as well. So youth academy is another video, but we're just going to go into what the youth coach does, and the fact that I've bought him because there's a special youth coaching skill, and he's really high on that. Other nice to haves are playability, which is not that good, but he is good at outfield coaching and goalkeeper coaching. So that's why I've chosen Brill, and he is Brill at youth coaching. Then I've got physio. So if we go over to his natural habitat, which is the treatment room, so if we go back to training, and then treatment room is here, then you can see the physio's ratings are here. So the special one for physiotherapy, which is there. So fantastic. So that's why I've chosen him. Right, let's go back to staff home. And we can see that scouts are next. So scouts is a whole nother level. So we're going to go into it. So for example, what we're looking for in the scout is player potential. So this is the one category that we need, and it's the highest in this one. So that is why we've chosen him for scout. Now all these staff are interchangeable. So for example, he might be good at outfield coaching, so you can use a scout if he's got the outfield coaching credentials. You can negotiate with him and ask him to play the outfield coach for the first team if you like. So these are interchangeable, so always look at the attributes of your staff, but also look at upstairs, because this gives your staff adaptability in the fact that how good are they at changing roles. And then of course you've got the management side of contracts, so it expires in 147 days. It's got a sign-on fee and they have a wage as well. And if you go to contract, yeah, you can terminate or start negotiations to either move or to sort out the pay for that member of staff. Cool. Okay, right, let's go back to staff homepage then. Okay, right, scouts. So, yes, scouts are, they've got their very own tab here. So we're going to go to Scout Network. Now, first thing straight away is I've got a lot of them, and that's because they do multiple tasks. So, all the first 9, I think they are busily doing what jobs I've asked them to do. So, Scout Youth Players, that's a massive one for the Youth Academy. And scout player targets. So I've got money to spend in the transfer market, so I want them to find me the best player in that certain position. So if we go to assign Alcantara a job to do, so he can scout for potential youth targets, and then I can narrow down which position I want. So I'm desperate for a defender, so I can click confirm, and off he goes to find a defender for me. It might take 3 or 4 days depending on the skill of the scout. Also, I can ask him to scout for potential player transfers. So it will go through all the 10 leagues on It's a Goal looking for a certain player. So I mentioned that I want a fullback, so I can ask him to just look for defenders, or I can tone it zone right in and ask for a fullback, and I could zone it in even more if I'm asking for a left fullback, right footed fullback, or if they got both feet. And then I can what I do now is overall rating. So I'm looking for quite a good one, so I would say I want fullbacks left footed 70 plus, and then he will trawl all the available players across the leagues, and then he will come back to me in 3 or 4 days. The more defined you put this search, the more days it's going to take for him to come back. Cool. And the last one is watch a match report. So basically I can ask him to either follow a certain club until further notice. So if I click that, then I can ask him for you've seen the clubs that I've been watching recently. Okay, so we can ask him to follow a certain club, and he will report back on what tactics they've used. Or I can select a fixture and get a report back from that. So if there's a certain like IG Super Cup final you want to have a look at, then I can put the club name and go for that. Or I can follow the next opponents and report until further notice. So it will the next game that I've got on my fixture list, it will report on the match that they've just had, so I know exactly what tactics they've used for that. And you can cancel at any time, so I can cancel that activity, and then I can reassign him for something else. Cool, right, that is Scouts. So let's go back to staff homepage. Mentioned that we've got all these contracts, so keep an eye on when your contract expires and the wages that they are on. When you negotiate with staff, they pretty much give them what they want, because else they won't sign. And just touch on the board, because the board is very important. So if you go down to here, So all the chairman and the directors, they all decide on how many staff you can have. So my limit at the moment is 14. And this is all important because you notice that all my staff are basically they're around about in the 50s. Their skills are around about 50s. So if we go back to board, then if you want to improve your staff, then we must get up to a 501 number. So at the moment I'm on 6211 and I need to get to 6501 to do my staff vacancies, so I can get higher rated players in their 60s. So that 6501 number for me is really important, and we are trying to get to there. And yeah, our progress is doing all right this season. Cool, right, that's it. That's a whiz bang through staff. There's a lot to take in this one, but yeah, if you like the content, like and subscribe for more how-to videos. Thank you for watching.